wishes for the bold and beautiful August 22nd. Hold on, let me write that down. August 22nd, 2025. First things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? I forgot to write down that Lee said she trying to secure Luna's future. Not her future, her freedom. Let me write that down right fast. I didn't write down about Will either. Lee said she trying to secure. Lee trying to secure Luna's freedom. And Will realize that Will realize that, what's her name? That there wasn't a lecture that came. Okay, so like I said, first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode. It was okay. Did y'all see the preview for next week's episode? I didn't see it yet. I don't know if they released it or not, but yeah, what happened? What was the highlight of this episode? I think the last thing that happened was Will realized that the lecturer didn't show up because she was like, she never came back. She was asking him, if he got really buzzed or whatever because she never came back there. His eyes got so doggone big. His eyes got so big. I was like, Then I know how I wanted to open this review. The two crazy, Sheila and Luda, she over here. I said, you proud that your granddaughter snuck out? You proud that she don't snuck out? You proud that she don't slept with this man? It said something been held for review. Hold on. Let's see. That's the same thing I said. They won't show it because they saying that, how they be up on here. That's the same thing I said. I said, can't she get an additional charge? But I said the same thing. She did. And I was shocked because I was looking through the comments on Facebook again. And people were saying that Will is at fault. And I was like, wait a minute. I was not expecting y'all to say that. I know I had been seeing people saying they wanted Will and Luna to be together. But I wasn't expecting people to say that. I want to know if people would have felt the same way if the roles were reversed. Excuse me. Or if it was a woman who, ended up in that situation. But okay, so on today's episode, Will woke up and Luna was gone. She was gone. She just sitting up there smiling and stuff. They were here trying to get onto her for her wrongdoings and the fact that she snuck out and she just smiling. I said, look at her crazy self just smiling. Hold on. I said, look at her crazy self just up there smiling and stuff. But yeah, they was first, Lee. I think Lee was there before Sheila got there. And Lee was trying to tell her, where did she go or ask her where she went. And just getting onto her for her wrongdoings and trying to tell her that, you supposed to be dead. You can't just be walking out. She just smiling the whole time. The first half, she smiling. If the road was reversed, they wouldn't be saying that. I'm saying that because Luna. Exactly. That's the same thing I said. It was so many comments saying that Will was at fault. And I was like, wait a minute now. But yeah, I said, look at Luna just sitting there smiling, proud of herself. But yeah, Lee wanted to know where she went. Sheila ends up showing up. And that's when she asked Luna the same thing. She was saying how, Lee being strict and hard on her. And she was like, she risked a lot to help you or whatever. She waited till she left out. Nah, if you really felt that way, she should have questioned her in front of Lee. But she waited till she left. Talking about some, I'm not Lee. Tell me where you was. So she told her she went to the party, but she didn't tell her she switched the drinks and stuff. But somehow, I don't think it's going to matter. I said, when they start laughing and stuff, both of them laughing the same crazy way. I was like, look at them two crazy people. Luna crazy me up. Yeah, exactly. I said she's doing a better job playing a crazy person than when she first came on the show. I was like, yeah, she playing that part. Her and she would be playing their parts real good. Both of the crazy selves. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Electra and Ivy was just talking about her future and Will's promotion, the fact that he got so buzzed, and they was talking about he hadn't showed up to work yet. Luna ends up saying that she's got everything under control. This is the part. Wait, let me see. No, it's next. Will started to think about, lecture. He was like, a lecture or whatever. I said, it wasn't a lecture. I said, it wasn't a lecture. But yeah, this is part right here. Luna, they was telling her, I think Lee said something about she trying to find an attorney so she could secure this crazy lady future, her freedom or whatever. And she was like, I got a plan of my own. And I was like, what she mean? When she first came on the show, she was boring to me now a little bit. Exactly the same way with me. She told them she got a plan of her own, so they wanted to know what it was. She wouldn't say anything. Y'all think she's trying to get pregnant? Do y'all think she's trying to use that baby? Like, look, I'm over here thinking, like, what's the plan? I'm confused. Then she said out her mouth, too, that she didn't go to see Finn yet, so that means she finna sneak out again. I said, and they still trying to help her. She keeps showing y'all that she ain't learned nothing. She basically told Lee she ain't got to listen to her because she said, she made a comment. She was like, she's bossy. Lee's so bossy or whatever. Cause I think Lee was trying to get her to see that, you know, she raised Finn right or whatever. And that's when she was like, you so bossy or whatever. Maybe that's why he married Steffi, because she bossy too. And I was like, at this point, go turn her in yourself. Go turn her in and yourself in at this point. Luna trying to get pregnant by Will. Yeah, you think she gonna use that baby? She trying to use the baby? Because she keeps saying how she has a plan. This is the second time she don't say it. But yeah, Deacon ends up stopping in to check on Will or whatever, and he lets him know that, you know, he told Katie where he was. They were just, you know, doing what dudes do. Talking about, what did he say? I think he was asking him why he told his mama and all this other stuff. But nothing too much went on there. But he kept thinking about, you know, Electra, because he thought that was her in the bed or whatever. Electra ends up saying that she never doubted Will or his commitment for her. I said, shoot, it's too little too late now. It ain't his fault, but it's over with now. I wonder how she gonna react once she finds out. I want to know if he gonna tell her on Monday's episode. Probably not. Probably not. Luna said it's no wonder Finn married Steffi. He most like, excuse me, he must like being bossed around too, saying Lee and Steffi bossy. We already talked about that. Luna doesn't understand why Lee being so strict. Sheila tells Luna that she's not Lee. She want to know the truth. She want to know where she really went. So I'm like, okay, is she finna really tell her where she went? She told her. She didn't tell her that she switched the drinks or anything like that. So this crazy. Both of they crazy tell. She was like, she went somewhere or whatever. She said, I think Sheila asked if she had went to see her father, and she was like, no, but I want to see him real soon. I said, lock up. Throw it away the key. Throw away the key. But yeah, what else? Let's see. She ends up saying, I found Will or whatever, and she reveals that she was at the party. And she said she gave Will what Electra wouldn't. So, you know, obviously it looked like Sheila put two and two together, that they slept together. Why these two crazy people just standing up here, both of them smiling the same way? I said, look at that crazy self. They just stand up there smiling. And I was like, Sheila, you're not supposed to encourage her. You're supposed to tell the same thing Lee said, and that's why they ain't gonna get along. Once Lee find out Sheila over here hyping her up, that she's the one that told her about Will promotion and the party in the first place, she probably got out of the wig too. She probably the one that got her that wig. She probably look crazy self. But yeah, what else? Let's see. I said hers. She was just a smiling. I said, look at them, two crazies. Electra tells Will, I think he stopped in. Ivy was still in there or whatever. And she said she gonna get on some privacy. So she ends up leaving. So they hug and all this other stuff, and they was talking about the party, and he kept mentioning, you know, last night, it was a special time. I think she said it was a special time for him. It was like for both of us. And then he said something about, you know, she came back. He was like, he happy that she came back. She's like, you must have really got buzzed because I never came back. His eyes got so big. I said, yep. I want to know if he going to realize immediately who it was because, you know, they think that Luna's, you know, dead. And not just that, the other girl, I don't know her name, but she kept putting the moves on him too. I don't know if he going to go talk to her, see if she was the one that came or what. But yeah, that's all that happened, y'all. I hadn't seen the preview for Nate. Wait, let me make sure. Let me flip to the back. I already said Lee trying to secure Luna's freedom. She was telling her how even after she told her that she was trying to meet up with an attorney or whatever, she just still smiling and stuff. Talking about she got her own plan. I was like, see, Lee, you done messed up. You done messed up getting involved with this crazy lady. Then you got the other lady over here. You shouldn't have. Well, I take that back because she popped up. She ain't tell her to show up. But yeah, that was it, y'all. That was it. That was all. That's all that happened. I'm finna watch General Hospital now. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.